Well, good evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host, and we're coming to you live from, there we are, live from our beautiful studios here at BNN-TV. And you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. We're at 617-708-3290. And, of course, to my right and to your left is the lovely Suzanne Schultz. Hello, Suzanne. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Great, great. How was your Passover?
Passover was lovely. How was your Easter?
Easter was great. I want to thank everybody and hope everyone had a lovely Passover and Easter. Thank you very much for all of your wishes our way. We took a trip up to New York to visit with me mom up in Saratoga Springs, which is only open 6 weeks a year because they have the racetrack there. It's 6 weeks a year they have racing up there, and the rest of the time the town is just is kind of closed, and not really, but
quiet,
quieter,
yes,
quieter than usual. So,
nice.
So how are you? What's new and exciting? We missed you last week.
Yeah, I heard you had a great show.
Had a fun show, a birthday show, and it was fun to have.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. It was great to be to be here, and it was fun to do a show. We had some great guests and stuff, and I'm very excited about tonight. Tonight's the return of the Terrifics.
I know it. How exciting is that?
They are back in the room, and we're very excited about that.
Yes.
I can't start off without making sure I say thank you to a true hero of the city of Boston, Tom Menino. He's only going to be our mayor for another 9 months, and he has done so many things for this city. You know, sometimes people get elected to office and they think about the next step, the next rung, preparing themselves to be something else. And I think that Mayor Menino, when he got that job, he decided, this is the job for me, this is where I want to work, and this is what I'm going to do, and that's what he did. And I dare say he's probably the best mayor this country has ever seen. He's done a great job, and he will be missed severely.
Absolutely.
I got to spend a moment with him this past Saturday down in Rosendale Square for the egg hunt. Our annual egg hunt was down there for the Main Streets program, and there must have been 2,000 people down there to wish him thank you and get an opportunity to spend a couple of minutes with him. The great Steve Gagg, who's the president of the Main Streets organization, sent out an email to all of the ex-presidents and all the ex-people who'd been on boards and stuff and said, please come down, and everybody did. The place was just jam-packed. So it was good to see him. It was great to have a quick exchange with him. And now the fun begins. It's going to be hot fun in the city this summer because the list will be long of people running.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to take this opportunity to announce my... No, let's be none of that, Glenn. Behave yourself. But it's going to be an amazing summer with all of the things that are going to be happening with... I mean, once people decide that they want to run in their elected offices, those offices get open, and so it's just going to be 100 names out there.
Domino effect.
It's going to be great.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot of fun.
exciting.
I love politics. I love Boston politics. I've been involved in it for years and years, and it's just an exciting time.
You have, and the city's lucky to have you.
Well, my good friend John Cush and I now have been talking a couple of times. We're kind of like throwing names around and talking about what fun it's going to be, and it's going to be it's going to be an interesting summer. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm sorry, taking up all this time. What's new and exciting with you?
Oh, just, really busy. We have an event on Friday night at Gallery 601 South End.
Yahoo!
Yes, for painter Alan Bunker, who is an amazing painter from Maine. And he's just phenomenal. He has some work over at Neiman Marcus right now, and he's going to be hanging in my loft.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're getting ready to take over or partner with our new space at 450 Harrison in May.
What's 450 Harrison? Is that an existing space?
Well, 450 Harrison is where all the galleries and...
Is it that kind of open area where
you
a lot of our friends have been, where we played a couple of...
Yeah, where all the galleries and the artist studios are.
It's a fun spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like the Chelsea of Boston. It really is.
Chelsea's the...
Yeah,
the
south end of New York.
New York.
Right, exactly. So we're going to be partnering with a gallery called Alternative Art Space. Right. And so my artists are going to be showing there, and I'm going to be managing that space as well.
That's very exciting.
So we'll have 2 spaces in the south end.
Good.
So,
How are you going to juggle that?
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
I haven't figured
competing
that out yet.
you can't have openings on the same day.
Well, we are, and that's going to make us more attractive too. I'd actually like to get a third spot. You know, and I have people who work for me, so I'll be in one, assistants will be in others. And that makes it more attractive if there's 3 things going on. You know, our followers will tend to want to come. And also, you know, thousands of people descend on that address every first Friday.
Yeah,
So.
well, that's true too, yeah. And you're going to kind of time it with those?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. So, I mean, that's really, I mean, people visit other times of the month, but really First Friday is really a big deal.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. I'm a little bit slow today. I've hurt my back, so I'm trying to get, once I get comfortable, I kind of have to stay there. Because I went to see the doctor, and thank goodness the doctor told me it was only a pulled muscle, but those hurt.
Yeah.
It's very aggravating and very
Sorry
deliberative.
to hear that.
Well, I've got lots of music to be doing now. I'm doing a lot of music now, so it's kind of getting in the way just a little bit. And speaking of music, in very few days...
You need to get a massage every week.
Okay.
Yes.
You tell the super producer, Janice, that that's
I'll have her
on the menu. And
organize it for
have
you.
her put it together, schedule that in. I'm going to announce Low Budget Records' new release is coming out in a couple of weeks. We're very, very excited. Low Budget Records does a barrel of monkeys. We have covered some Mike Nesmith and some of the old monkey tunes from their old television show and many, many albums. I didn't realize, I wasn't as big a fan, you know, as I guess I'm turning into now, because I really kind of took the music as a, you know, oh boy, these guys are pretending to be the Beatles, and it's really not real. And
You weren't madly in love with Davy Jones.
I was
like
not
I
a
was.
Davy
Oh
Jones or Peter Tork fan, but now that I've gotten the opportunity, or actually the enlightenment, to listen to some of the material and stuff, yeah, they did some really, really good work. So it was kind of neat, you know, to have. I'm doing an old Mike Nesmith tune, but there's 14, 15 cuts on this album.
That's so fun.
It'll be released in a very few weeks, and we'll have a copy here for people to take a look at and maybe listen to a few cuts. So we're very excited about that. Right. Anything else happening? Because it's a terrific show tonight.
Yes, it is.
And we've got to get to the Terrifics, because the Terrifics are in the house. So what else is going on? Anything?
Next Tuesday, we'll be at the Liberty Hotel. Painter K. Ives will be showing, and that is on Charles Street, and we'll be there from 6 to 8.
Do you have a suite at the Liberty?
I should.
You should.
At
You're
this
right.
point, yes.
Yeah. The other thing I want to make sure that I mention is that the reason why we're on the show here, we're really proud of our Main Street affiliation. Is there a Main Streets in the South End?
Not that I'm aware of.
There might be one that kind of is up, maybe the the Tremont Street area, over in that area. But they help revitalize business districts and throw events. We had our egg hunt this past weekend, like I mentioned earlier, and they're the reason why we're on the air here. We're really, really proud of our affiliation with them, and they help keep us on the air. So we're very, very happy about that.
Yeah, we've been affiliated with what's going on in Downtown Crossing, which is a similar program.
Yep.
So they've done amazing things over there.
We should get someone on to talk about architecture and all that. It'd be
I
fun.
actually just sent another email today because
Okay.
they're interested, but they just haven't,
Yeah.
you know, really responded about dates. But I think it'll be great to get them on to talk about.
Yeah,
all
I've
the
been really
things they're
trying to
doing.
get some of the directors from the different main streets around, just to come and talk about, you know, urban renewal and what goes on in you know, how you play that game, how you get that kind of thing done. The other thing I want to make sure I talk a little bit about is this BNN building we're in. It is a great opportunity for people to come and do their own television programming, and it's also a great opportunity for people who want to come and get their nonprofit information out. So this is kind of like the place to come and do a lot of that stuff. And if you're interested in doing some of that, just go to bnntv.org. You can get a lot of the information by clicking on Jim Atwood or Janice Williams' name, send them an email, tell them you heard here that you want to do some programming, and this is the place to do it. Yeah, I'm really, really proud and happy to be doing that kind of thing here. So I also want to tell you that the live streaming is out there too, so you can watch the program anywhere in the country that you'd like. I know that we have viewers all over in different parts of the country that tune in to watch the program, and I'm very proud of that. I do get a bunch of emails about where I can see the show, where I can see back shows, and from now on you're going to be able to go to a YouTube channel. It's called It's All About Arts 1, and you'll be able to get back programs of It's All About Arts and some of the interviews that we do here, some of the band performances. We're loading that up, so if you want to enjoy one of these programs later on down the line, the place to go is to YouTube. It's All About Arts 1 is the address. So go there, and we'll link that up with It's All About Arts, our website, and you'll be able to click there and go and see a lot of this programming that you might have missed. That's the place to go and get it. Look, we're going to take a little break right now. We're going to show a video. We're going to get all set up for the Terrifics. The Terrifics are here. They are in the building. So listen, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Please do not go away. You're going to enjoy this. The Terrifics are going to be performing live in just a couple of minutes. So you are watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams. And this, of course, is the lovely Suzanne Schultz. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Do not go away. Thanks.
I see you standing over there, just the other afternoon, hidden by shadows, waiting for a man, hidden from the sun. For a man that never comes, like a race that's never run. As the road widens, and it almost always will, you look upon this day. The outlook will broaden as you find it was in you, growing from a place with a bright and happy face that are trained to run that race. Answers never heard, feeling so absurd, empty, lost, confused, and blue. Phone calls not returned, lost and so concerned. How to cope? Old friends will pull you like a race that's never run, like a bell that's never rung, like a song that's never.
Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there with us. That is an old cut from quite a while ago, if you can tell by the imagery on that. But right now, it's time for good friends. They're back again. I'm glad to have them here. Rich and Steve are here to perform for you. They are the Terrifics. Sit back and relax. You will enjoy them. I guarantee it. Thank you.
can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all. You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. You always take the sweetest rose and crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with a hasty word you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all. It's because I love you most of all. In a little cafe just the other side of the border, she was just sitting there giving me looks that made my mouth water. So I started walking her way. She belonged to that man Jose, and I knew, yes I knew I should leave. Then I heard her say, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long. And we started to dance, in my arms she felt so inviting, and I couldn't resist just the one little kiss, so exciting. Then I heard the guitar player say, Vamos, Jose's on his way. And I knew, yes I knew I should run. Then I heard her say, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long. The music stopped. I looked, the cafe was empty. And I heard Jose say, man, you know you're in trouble plenty. So I dropped the drink from my hand and through the window window I ran, and as I rolled away I could hear her say to Jose, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long. La 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 la. Oh, ba la 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 la. Oh, come a little bit closer. Oh, you're my kind of man. Ah, la 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 la. Oh, ba la 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 la. Oh.
All right, so while Steve switches over to his guitar, last time we were here, we did mostly originals. Actually, we did all originals, so we decided to do a few covers tonight and some originals. So this next one's an original. As usual with our originals, it's got some really uplifting words. Steve needs to plug in his guitar before he plays it.
Last night I dreamed I shot you down in New Orleans. You were cold and dead and washed up on the bayou. Turned out killing you did not satisfy me, so I killed your family too and stacked them up beside you. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Moonshine whiskey 'neath the Louisiana sky. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh me. You can't take everything I have, just let me dream. It was raining cats and dogs in San Francisco. The masses separate and scattered like a bomb scare. Me, I was standing on the street with the water at my feet. I ain't lying, buddy, I was going nowhere. What's that you say? What's that you see? South California sun just glaring right at me. What's that you see? What's that you say? You can't take everything I have, just let it rain down. Let my blues and sins go right into the drain. Rain down. Point this sinking ship toward happiness again. I was feeling down and out in Massachusetts, bored in the backseat of your Mirage. We lost the Rhode Island police on a dark and vacant street. Cut the lights, ditch the car. What's that you say? What's that you see? South California sun just glaring right at me. What's that you see? What's that you say? You can't take everything I have. You can't take everything I have. You can't take everything I have. Just let it rain.
I'm waiting for you. We're going to do a Bob Dylan tune called Forever Young.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars, climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. Woo! May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. You once belonged to a bird. You cast a shadow on this world. You were a blessing and I was a curse. I did my best not to make things worse for you. that isn't true. I always knew this would be our fate. This is what happens when wings separate. This happens to all dead weight eventually. We may as well be made of stone. We can't be flown. One wing will never fly, neither yours nor mine. I feel we can only wave goodbye. One wing will never ever fly, neither yours nor mine. One wing will never ever fly, dear, neither yours nor mine. I feel we can only wave goodbye. One wing will never ever fly, dear, neither yours nor mine. I feel we can only wave goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
All right, we're going to do one more song. Thanks for listening. This is by a very successful Boston band. One, two, three, four.
Who's gonna tell you when it's too late? Who's gonna tell you things aren't so great? Can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Who's gonna pick you up when you fall? Who's gonna hang it up when you call? Who's gonna pay attention to your dreams? Who's gonna plug their ears when you scream? Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Who's gonna hold you down when you shake? Who's gonna come around when you break? You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? No, you can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Who's gonna drive you home?
There comes a time when everybody needs to be with someone. Well, now's the time when I have realized you're that someone. How could I have been so blind when you have been there all this time? I need you, I want you. Can I have you by my side? 'Cause I love you and I want you. Can I have you by my side? How could I have been so blind when you have been there all this time? I need you, I want you. Can I have you by my side? 'Cause I love you and I want you. Can I have you by my side? Yeah, yeah. take a real close look at all the things that you've done for me. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Now how could I have been so blind when you have been there all this time? I need you.
Well, thanks for hanging in there with us, gang. My name is Glenn Williams. You're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. We're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B here at BNN-TV. If you'd like to join us, give us a call. We're at 617-708-3290. And you've been listening to the great band, The Terrifics. And right now we're going to sit down. We're going to talk a little bit with Rich Cesarini. Richard, how are you, buddy?
I'm well. How are you?
Welcome back.
Thanks. It's great to be back. It's great to see you.
No, I'm really enjoying you guys. You guys got a great sound. I've gone to the site a bunch of times. It seems sometimes there's more people in the band than just the two of you. Is that the case? Or?
Once in a while, people sit in with us. In the past, we had a 4-piece band, but that's been a few years. But
Yeah.
there may be a video or two floating around. I don't know.
There is.
Okay.
Okay, I'm here to attest that there is.
All right.
And but right now it's just you and Steve, right?
For the most part, yeah.
And
Yeah.
introduce us for a second to Steve. What is Steve's name? Last name?
Steve George.
Steve George.
Yeah.
And Steve is a guitarist.
Steve's
and my
a guitarist.
favorite ukulele.
Yeah, yeah. He plays uke.
He's got a great voice too. That
He
first
plays
song is
mandolin
beautiful.
too.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh boy. And you're a multiple instrumentalist as well.
I play piano and accordion, and I play guitar like an 8-year-old beginner. So.
You need that sound every now and then.
Right.
How goes it these days? With you guys. Sorry, I just
That's okay.
moved my leg.
We're doing well. We've got we have lots of gigs.
Yeah. What do you got coming up? Because I know people are going to want to.
Yeah, this Wednesday night we're at the Hibernia Pub and Grill in Easton from
East-
6 to 9.
That's a nice time.
It's a nice, yeah. And then we're back there again on Saturday night. That's 8 to 11 or
Is it
something
a regular?
like that.
Is it a regular room you guys go to often?
It is. The new management they have there, the new manager's name is Bill Anderson, and he's doing tons to promote live music
Wow,
in
that's
that
good.
area. So we've
That's
got
great.
2 great venues down there now that do that really believe in live music, and we're lucky to have that because that area needs it.
Right.
You know.
Today you played a few extra cover tunes for us.
Right.
When people go listen to you, is it a mix of material?
It is a mix. It's mostly covers. We do some original material and so forth. And the covers we do, we talked a little bit about this last
Yeah.
time. We try to kind of stay off the beaten path with the covers we do, and then you know, with some of them, particularly the ones we did tonight, we try to do our own versions of them.
Well, that old
and
Caz
so
tune
forth.
is one of my favorites.
Isn't that a great song?
I mean, I don't know if you know, but Greg Hawkes is a big uke fan now too. He
Oh,
plays
really?
multiple ukuleles and stuff, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, that Caz tune is nice.
It really is, yeah.
When you guys are picking material, are there songs that you say, well, we just don't have not the musicianship, but the numbers to do this song, or will you actually take it and try and make it your own?
We'll take it and try to make it our own. For example, one of the things we do, the whole Golden Slummers medley at the end of the Abbey Road album,
Yeah.
we do that on accordion and uke,
Nice.
the whole thing. So it's just kind of, you know.
How much time do we have? I wish. Yeah, I wish you could. I
We'll
wish
do that next time.
Yeah, okay, that'd be
Okay.
great. One of the things that we're going through now is we're doing a CD where we're doing other people's materials. We constantly have to visit Harry Fox to get the permissions and the
Sure.
rights to do them. One of the things I think that people don't realize is that for musicians to do cover material in clubs, it's not the musician's responsibility, it's the club's responsibility.
To have the licensing,
To have
yeah.
the license to get that done. Do you ever run into any problems with that? I mean, I've always been in a band that's done original material, but I do some covers too, you know?
Yeah, you know, even original bands do some covers. So
Yeah.
even venues that mostly have that have original bands, I think they still have to.
Oh, they have to have the license.
Right. So we haven't really run into that. I mean, really, we wouldn't. I think it's the licensing company that does the checking up on the
Right.
on the clubs
It's
and not
ASCAP.
necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the problems we're running into down in the farmers market things, where we're bringing more live music to it, and we're actually it's becoming a big part of of the thing is that ASCAP has actually contacted the Massachusetts Farmers Market Association and said, look, if you're going to have 22 performances and there's going to be, you know, I don't know, Temptation cover tunes, you know, if you're going to be doing tribute bands, you got to pay for the license.
Yeah, I've heard they've really been coming down lately.
Yeah.
And all that, and I mean, you know.
And as a member of ASCAP and who has material that I've written that's out there and stuff, I thank them dearly.
Sure.
You know, and it's a part of the entertainment thing that really hasn't been focused on a lot lately.
Right.
But as someone who writes as well as someone who does cover tunes, I was just curious as to your opinion. I mean.
Well, you know, again, it's not something I thought of a whole lot because it's usually, like you said, it's the venue's responsibilities and it's the licensing company that does the checking up on the venues. I know for some venues the smaller venues that have live music almost every night, I know that some of them struggle to pay the licensing fees. I guess they're quite high.
It's exorbitant.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
And I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Does it have to be that high?
Right.
And is, you know, how's that money channeled to the artists and, you know, at the end of the whole chain, how much is...
I've never gotten a check from
Right,
ASCAP.
right. And I haven't either, but I'm not registered with them either. So.
I've never gotten a check from them.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not really sure how it all works.
Yeah.
You know, I think the fees are quite high. And I don't know.
Well, they do 22 performances down at a local in the park for, you know, a band to come down and play 2 45-minute sets a week, one Saturday. It's like between $1,800 and $2,200.
Yeah, I mean, the band isn't even making that much, right? So.
And that's if you're paying the band. You're paying the band $200. And so that means it's like, you know, that's how much it costs to do business.
Right.
Multiply that by the 30 farmers markets in the city.
Right. And the fact that the band is doing covers, I mean, does that actually generate $1,800 in business for the farmer? Right. So, I mean.
No, it doesn't.
So what's.
Because it's a separate entity. It's kind of like a fluff.
Sure.
You don't need to have them there for the farmers market
Sure.
to be successful.
Right.
It makes it more successful, makes it more community type thing.
Makes it nicer, yeah.
Makes it nicer. I mean, the ones that I've been dealing with have turned to, you got to play original material. You know? And you hire the bands that are doing cover tunes towards the end of the season. So if they tell you not to stop, you got 30 days to stop or 15 days to stop. You're done in that time.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, the fee should be, you know, proportionate to the venue, how many nights of live music, what kind of business it generates.
Yeah, right.
It's this flat fee that's just over the top. I don't know.
It's that you're paying the musician.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, are there any CDs in the future?
There are.
What are we
we
working
talked
on?
about this last time.
Yeah.
We've talked to an engineer that we've been using, John Finn, and we're going to use him to engineer and produce the project with us and so forth. We haven't actually started the recording yet, but soon, probably later in the spring.
That's great.
We're going to start it. So yeah.
That's great. And the room you'll use, is it a home studio type of thing? Where...
It's basically a home studio.
That's
It's
great.
called Nevada Sound.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Rich, you know what we're going to do is we're going to break just a couple of seconds early because we got all this equipment we've got to get
Okay.
out. Just a couple more. You're playing at the Grill, but where else? Is there any place
We
closer
play
to
at
Boston we gotta know about?
That's actually probably about the closest we get to Boston. We're mostly South Shore. We play at the Chili Head in West Bridgewater. We have a Facebook page, and we post all our gigs there.
You know, I get gigs every now and then, people looking for bands. I should push some stuff in your direction.
Oh, we would love that.
You know, just
Sure.
because you guys are that perfect bar and grill band in the corner type, that small enough to fit into a nice space.
Yeah, we don't annoy anybody.
You know, you're not real offensive or anything like that. And it can be, and it's obviously, the quality is obviously right up there where
Thanks.
you belong. And
Thanks.
I really enjoy. We wouldn't have you back if we didn't think you did one of those things. Richard, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
for
Glenn.
being here. It's always a pleasure. And like I say, you know, got another gig coming up you want to promote, or when the CD. Let's get the CD rolling and get you guys back here to promote some of
Definitely,
that stuff.
we'd love to do that.
Because musicians help musicians. That's the way it works.
Absolutely. Thank
Well,
you.
listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here with us tonight. We're going to break just a minute or two early so that we can get, because there's another great show coming on after us. Of course, just like BNN-TV, there's always something coming up. So please stand by, hang in there. And I do want to repeat one more time that if you want to see a repeat of any of these shows, the place to go and see that is on YouTube. And the address on YouTube is It's All About Arts 1 is the place to go. So if you go there, and if you'll be able to see this show there tomorrow, hopefully. If all of the new programs I've got loaded up on my computer work, which I've been told by the great Andrew Swain it will, we'll have that up and posted, and you'll be able to enjoy the Terrifics again later on tonight. So listen, thanks an awful lot for being here. Get out there and do something artful for yourself. You'll have fun, you'll appreciate it, and like I like to say every week, I can't wait till I have to stop saying this. Please keep in the forefront of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews on foreign soil. My godson and nephew was over in Afghanistan for another 9-month stint, and his image is always close to us. So listen, thanks an awful lot for being with us, gang. We'll dig you next week. Are we here next week? We are here next week. I mean, why wouldn't we be? Of course we are. So listen, we'll see you then, okay, gang? Good night and have a great evening. Bye-bye now.